Right now you're taking a look at our time lapse there in Newport, looking north towards downtown Cincinnati, of storms rolling through the Cincinnati metro around 4 o'clock this afternoon. But since then, we have seen those storms clearing east slowly but surely. Here's the radar image that we're seeing right now. Good amount of rain being produced just east of Hillsborough. It's on its way out of the Hillsborough area and heading east towards Chillicothe. Got a decent downpour moving through parts of Adams County as well, but most of us are starting to dry up, look a little bit better than what we saw moving through the area a couple of hours ago. And the good news is, just a couple of hours ago, we did see the severe threat kind of fall apart, which is good, of course. We still had a very heavy amount of rain moving through the area, and we did have some reports of stronger wind gusts, but no warnings, no flash flood warnings even. We'll be continuing to monitor that throughout the evening as we see what's left of these showers and storms push through the area. You guys know how I roll. I'm going to pull up a try box in which right below me is what's going to be the live radar image, and then we're going to have to the right of me the image that I'm controlling. So when I'm referring to something that's going on your screen, it's going to be there to the right, which you can see most of it has cleared east and away from the area. It's breaking apart, but it's still pretty intense. Frequent lightning and heavy downpours still moving through parts of very eastern Clinton, very eastern Highland counties, and even stretching farther south down towards Adams County too. But here in Cincinnati, we're just overcast. Butler County may be seeing some peaks of filtered sun on the northern side of it. Up towards Union City, Indiana is where we have some sunny skies, if you can believe it, after getting through the heavy rain of today. Up to about 3 inches in spots is what radar is estimating. Of course, I want to hear from you guys. Show me and tell me things that you've seen going on. And Lori, right now, but sirens went off about a couple of hours ago. Lori, please let me know where you're tuning in from. If there's any damage near you, no tornado warnings were put out. It was something I've been watching, of course, with the very small opportunity of a spin-up tornado tonight. It's very possible that something could have happened, but of course we need to get that information in so I can get it to the National Weather Service. So please let me know, Lori. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'm also going to be dropping in our comments a link where you can send me those weather photos and videos. That way we can use them on air, online, on the go. Carthage off 75, exit 9. Okay. Alrighty. And there's that link. It should be popping up any second now. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. So please send us your weather photos. If you've got a rain gauge, even something, just if there's puddles outside, would love to see some eyes on the ground truth. I have not had anything coming into the inbox right now. And so it's no surprise that we haven't had any warnings because we haven't heard of any damages, which is good. But you're not the only person, Lori, that said that sirens went off today. I mean, it's unusual to have them going off in the middle of the month on a Saturday. So something that we'll definitely look into. Thank you for letting me know. But for now, we'll go ahead and keep taking a look here at that radar image, zooming on in to where the heaviest showers and storms are moving through, which is parts of Highland County. I'm going to get rid of lightning tracker. You get it. It's storming. Heaviest rain moving through just nearby Rainsboro. You guys are next in line. Carmel. I really apologize for that, but it's starting to get into your neck of the woods as well. Hillsborough, you're seeing the heaviest rain clearing east away from you. Lynchburg, you're getting through the rest of the rain. And if you're in Claremont, Hamilton, Boone, Kenton, Campbell, Butler, Franklin, Ripley, Ohio, Switzerland, you're seeing nothing but overcast skies as of right now, according to this radar image. To give you a bigger picture here, the heaviest rain wasn't even here in our neck of the woods. It was seen just south and west along 71 towards Louisville, and even farther south and west down towards Evansville, Indiana, where observed flash flooding is taking place, not just in Evansville, but parts of Illinois as well. So the green that you see there are flash flood warnings, and the green outline, the dark green outline that you see there, that means it's observed, so it's confirmed by officials. So did pretty well. The Weather Prediction Center did pretty well with this flash flood risk that they put out earlier today, which it increased the risk, that's the word I'm looking for parts of Evansville, even parts of Louisville. That's that red you see there on your screen. That's a moderate risk for flash flooding, which That is where we're seeing flash flooding happening right now, and the tri-state here still under that slight risk of flash flooding. But as we see the rain clear east, we will still have to wait and see if there's any just localized flooding impacts. But of course, once we see the rain get out of the area, we're not adding any more rain, so the chance of flash flooding just goes down naturally. So as far as other things that we need to report on this afternoon, those temperatures haven't really been too notable. This is what we're sitting at right now. Many of us have been cooled down to the middle 70s just with the rain moving on through. So Wilmington, you're at 74, 75 in Richmond, Middletown 81, as well as Lunken Airport at 81, but most of us are in the 70s. Typically we're supposed to be in the middle 80s for this time of year. So pulling up exactly where those temperatures were able to peak, it wasn't even at that normal mark. Many of us struggled to hit the low 80s this afternoon, whereas here in Cincinnati, we hit 86 on the nose. We were able to warm up decently to touch that normal. We haven't been at that normal mark for several days in a row, whereas next week is a little bit more of the summer sizzling type, and that's because we're seeing less storm chances and a little bit more of those uncomfortable heat indexes, near triple-digit heat indexes coming on through. Okay, no other questions coming on in, no other reports coming on in. We're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. I want to show you what things look like right now. This is our camera in Fairmount looking south towards downtown Cincinnati. And I apologize, there is a spider on this camera, so it's been spooking me out a little bit over the last few hours. She's a little active, likely because of the wind and the rain, but right now things are a lot calmer just by default. And temperatures at Cincinnati, oh, you just saw that? You saw the spider? I'm going to move past this graphic. It's 79. We got a nice little breeze from the southwest, so it feels closer to 82. Once you factor in that dew point as well, say goodbye to the spider. I'm done with the spider. Okay, so tonight we're going to be able to tap into a little bit cooler temperatures, back into the low 70s. I think most of the showers and storms are going to stick south of the area, but we can't rule out some of them stretching into our northern Kentucky counties. So Grant, Pendleton, Owen, Carroll counties, you guys might get some overnight showers and thunderstorms, nothing strong, nothing severe. It's just going to put a cap on how low we go with those temps, which give you a better idea of where things can happen temperature-wise tomorrow morning in your neck of the woods. Low 70s in Wilmington, Middletown, Lebanon, Hamilton, middle 70s possible the farther south you go in the viewing area. So tomorrow, it's not a first alert weather day, but there are storms in the forecast. There is a small risk for something strong, maybe severe. Nothing's changed about that forecast if you were tuning in this time last night, which is good, but I'll brush up on that forecast too. And I'd say the biggest thing with tomorrow is just more rain is more fuel to this fire being the flash flooding risk. And so any heavy rain that we see tomorrow later on in the evening is going to just enhance the flooding concerns that we've been seeing over the day today, last night, and a little bit into your Monday morning commute as well. So this is what things looked like for the risk today. We went from the slight risk for severe weather to a marginal risk pretty quickly too. And that's because we woke up to fog. We woke up to a good amount of clouds, and we held on to those clouds for a long time. And so, of course, we weren't able to tap into as much instability or storm fuel than what was previously forecast. Doesn't matter. This is great. This is great news. That means we haven't seen any severe weather here, and hopefully that holds. But of course, if you have reports of damage, let us know, because then I can get that information to the National Weather Service. Now, stepping into tomorrow, the map looks very similar, in which we are covered in this marginal risk for severe weather. The difference is the timing. I'm seeing this arriving well into the afternoon and evening, borderline overnight into Monday. Rather, today, this came in a little bit earlier. This came in around 3 to 4 o'clock here in Cincinnati, and it's still moving through parts of the tri-state, which once again, that radar image is an active radar image, and you see those showers and storms with the heaviest of those showers and storms now clearing Hillsborough and parts of northeastern Adams County as well. So tomorrow evening, strong thunderstorms are possible, but more of a widespread concern is going to be with that heavy rainfall once again. So just something we'll want to stay weather aware for. It's not a first alert weather day because most of the day is going to be entirely dry. And I'm going to show you what it looks like here in that first alert forecast model. Let's talk about now This is what we're seeing for the rest of the night tonight. By about 7, so within the hour, that line of showers and storms is going to clear our area and head a little bit closer to parts of south central Ohio. You can't rule out some wraparound showers and a few scattered storms moving through the overnight hours, but once again, that seems to be Ohio River and south, and especially farther south of the viewing area. You saw those flare-ups a little bit earlier Sunday morning. So I brought you to Sunday around your lunchtime time. It's pretty dry. It's mostly sunny. I think most of us are going to be able to tap into the 80s pretty quickly tomorrow just because we haven't had a front pass on through. It's going to be pretty humid, but it's also going to be sunny and dry to start the day. And then we're going to see the afternoon roll in. We're going to have several rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Each and every one of them has a chance for something stronger. So this first one that you're going to see here, it's going to be arriving, not for everyone, those north of Cincinnati, closer to 4 o'clock. So here's the image at 4:30. Here's 7 o'clock. Notice that those showers and storms, I'm going to back it up for you guys. They don't hit everybody. It's likely that they kind of clip Hamilton County and then just sail south and east down towards Georgetown, West Union, and then that round will clear the area by about 7 o'clock. But gusty winds as well as that heavy rain threat are going to be concerns with tomorrow. And then once we see that first round exit, there is a concern of some second round or second wind action, if you will, but this is going to be overnight. Late evening, overnight, they're the same thing. Here's 10 o'clock, here's 11. That's when it starts to push in from the northwest. Here's midnight, here's 1. Notice that we don't see this lose a lot of steam. I don't think this is going to be stronger severe weather as much as it is heavy rainfall, and some of these winds embedded with this could definitely be impactful. It might wake you up, shaking the shutters a little bit, shaking the trees a little bit, because this is once again nocturnal. Here's 2, take you to 6 o'clock in the morning when those showers and storms are expected to clear south and east of the tri-state. So while the morning commute is looking dry, as far as rainfall goes, the ground more than likely going to be wet after each and every day for the last, I guess, 8 days, including today. We're just going to continue to see the amplification of these flooding concerns into tomorrow and into that Monday morning commute as well. As far as your Monday goes, it's looking better and better. We'll get to that here in your 7-day forecast here in just a bit. I want to talk about the rainfall totals briefly. Like I mentioned, as far as where those totals sit right now, depends on where you are, but parts of Hamilton County, so that's from what I'm seeing right now, Sharonville, Evendale, even Redding, Wyoming, Lincoln Heights, Mount Healthy, Finneytown, northern Hamilton County, just north of Cincinnati, has had radar estimated 2 inches of rain today. Same thing with parts of central Claremont County out towards Owensville, Amelia, Olive Branch, even North Batavia. Summerside, getting a little bit closer there to Hamilton County. That's where we've had radar estimates of about 2 to 3 inches of rain. But once again, no flash flood warnings in place, so it wasn't enough of a concern for those at the National Weather Service to issue that warning. And it's more than likely that they're not going to issue any warnings as those storms clear the area as we continue to see them do so. So here's what's left for today. Notice that we're really not adding a whole lot for today. It's mainly just where we tap into some leftover showers and storms, which is more than likely going to be south of the Ohio River and maybe a quick ½ inch in parts of Butler County as well. But overall, Sunday is going to be more of a concern. I'll bring you through Sunday. Here's midnight on Monday. Notice that some areas only get about 1/4 inch through Sunday evening. We haven't even encountered the overnight batch yet. I'm going to show you that here in a second. So we're not done with the rain, but this is what things look like around midnight on Monday. Some of us about 1.5 inches, others less than ½ inch. Again, not a washout on tomorrow. Most of these arriving late in the evening. Here's that overnight batch. Notice the change, the quick change in those rainfall totals by the time we actually fall asleep versus the time we wake up on Monday morning. we could be looking at a difference of about 1/2 inch to 1 inch with that one line of showers and storms. Once again, this is what we're waking up to on Monday morning. Just give yourself some extra time, increase your following distance, and have that Fox 19 First Alert weather app at the ready for any traffic delays or pooling on the road. Stefano is very good about getting that information out to us. Okay, we got a lot of questions tuning on in. This is wonderful. Okay, we're going to go ahead and address there's a lot of spam in tonight's stream, so I apologize if I'm kind of scatterbrained right now. Okay, Jeff, when is it over? Depends on where you are, Jeff. We're clearing the area now until tomorrow. Robbie's asking how I'm doing. I'm doing well, thank you. Jeff's tuning in. It's really dark in Greenfield, Ohio. Greenfield is where we have gotten those showers and storms pushing in just within the last few minutes or so. Since the top of the hour, you guys have been getting hit by a good amount of rain. Thankfully, nothing strong, nothing severe. So, yeah, that's going to be out towards parts of Hillsborough, Highland County, I should clarify. Things are looking better and better out in your direction. So thanks for tuning in. Okay, a decent storm came by Amelia about 40 minutes ago. Thunder, lightning, and heavy downpour. So, Scott, I was watching that thunderstorm moving through parts of Amelia very closely because I saw some signs of broad rotation moving through. There obviously wasn't any tornado warnings in the entire tri-state throughout the evening tonight, and that chance has dwindled nearly zero at this point in time. But Amelia and central Claremont County is where I saw a pocket of broad rotation kind of embedded within these clouds. And so if it's rain wrapped, it's obviously incredibly hard to see. But yeah, a decent storm definitely had me looking a little concerned there as well. Robbie's asking how Sunday looking. That was about 8 minutes ago, so hopefully I answered that question. Sam, hi, hope all is well with you. Hope you're having a great weekend so far. I am, thank you. Lisa Faye tuning in Hamilton, it's not doing anything. Yeah, you guys got your showers and now you're done. Those storms have cleared east of your area. Lisa Faye, have a great night. Thanks for tuning in. And Lisa Faye, they said the same thing for today and it all fizzled out. Think I got into the wrong profession. I'm not sure what you're referring to, Lisa Faye, but once again, thank you for tuning in. And Jeff, we got a good little rainstorm for sure. A lot of people did. A lot of people are right now. Thank you again for tuning in this afternoon. Okay, so let's go ahead and zoom out, give you one last look at the radar before I sign off here. Once again, no active watches, no active warnings. We haven't had any warnings, and I haven't seen any reports of damage here in the tri-state area, which is good. We did have reports of flash flooding last night in southern Warren County. That's where we had a flash flood warning, but as far as your weekend goes, that's the only warning that we've had. It's very possible that we get some flood alerts moving through the area tomorrow just because of what moved through last night, adding on top of rain today, adding on top of rain tomorrow. You know, it just builds up, that concern does. And so it's something that we here at Fox 19 are going to be watching very, very carefully over the next 24 to 48 hours before we do start to dry out, which leads me into that 7-day forecast. There's plenty of dry time in this 7-day forecast. But of course, it's July. We switch the storm chances with the uncomfortable heat of summer. We'll do so by about Tuesday afternoon. So Sunday, Monday, getting through what's left of these showers and storms. I'd say the beginning of Monday versus the end of Monday. The end of Monday is looking better than the beginning, morning, afternoon. Anyways, Tuesday, partly cloudy, 85 feels closer to about the upper 80s. I'd say that's your pick day just because temperatures are near normal. The humidity is not excruciating quite yet, but then Wednesday, Thursday, seeing that surge in humidity back into the tri-state. And so not only does it bring highs near 90, but that humidity will make it feel closer to 100 degrees. Before we hit the weekend, it's looking a little bit on the active side, but we'll let you know if anything changes, of course. We just got to get through what's left of this weekend, get through a little bit of that uncomfortable heat for Wednesday, Thursday, and then we'll start talking about next weekend, which got a trio of 89-degree highs. And just because we see heat and humidity in the forecast, most of these chances are going to be geared towards the afternoon into the early evening. Just to give you that first alert based off of timing. Okay. Let's go ahead and see. Okay, Jeff's saying sun is out now in Greenfield. Yeah, it's the nature of these showers and storms, Jeff. I mean, you get a good downpour and then give it 5 minutes and the sun is shining. So thanks for tuning in. Sam tuning in. My friend Erin, I think all of the Fox 19 weather team said this upcoming week it's going to get really warm. I am used to it, but you do have to be smart working outside in the really warm weather. Absolutely, Sam. Thankfully, we're knees deep at this point into the summer sizzle, so I think most of us can at least not be caught off guard by heat like this. But once again, it's something that maybe coming off of a stretch of days like today where we kind of had some storms keeping us from that extreme heat. It stays like this, stretches of weather like this that can make heat like next week really surprising to some people. So it's a really good thing. Stay hydrated and plan ahead. All right, that brings us to the end here at 19atSIX. Thank you again for tuning in. Thank you for staying weather aware. We're going to be keeping a close eye on tomorrow's forecast, let you know if anything turns strong or severe. And coming up tonight on Fox 19 at 10, I'll have some rainfall reports, hopefully have some photos and videos from you guys at home, letting me know how today's shaped up, because other than just a little bit of heavy rainfall reports, I haven't seen anything too incredible. Hopefully that stays put. We want things to stay nice and calm there for your Saturday evening plans. But I'll go ahead and sign off here. I'm Lined in Queensgate. Thank you so much for tuning in this Saturday evening, and have a great rest of your weekend.